பார்த்தீங்களா எவ்வளோ பெருசா அடிச்சிருக்கேன். வேல ஆஸ்ட்ரக்ஸ்.
தான் புதுசு மாதிரி தெரியும்.
ஆ
இப்ப புதுசு மாதிரி
அப்படியா?
முன்னாடிதான் நான் லைட்டே இல்லையே.
இதுலயா? ஆ, இதுல லைட் இருக்கு. இவன் ஆனா சரியான இவன் தான் அங்கேயே வச்சிட்டு இருந்தது. ஆமா ஆமா, அங்க அந்த இதுல இருக்குல்ல, விஆர் மால் கிட்ட. ஆ, அதுவும் இவன்ட்ட தான் இருக்கு. ஆமா, நம்மால 25 குறைச்சா 25 இது பண்ணும். அதுதான் நான் கேட்கறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே ஒரு 25 ரூபாய் கிட்ட குறைச்சுதான் சொன்னேன். அவன் 4 லட்சத்துல இருந்து இறங்கவே மாட்டேங்கிறான்.
Good evening, sir. Hello. 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 Hello.
Six 30.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
আচ্ছা 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 হ্যাঁ?
স্যার গাড়িতে ঢুকবো না স্যার।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
আপনার মনে নাই স্যার।
একাই সিলাই এর আগে সিলাই করছি এমনি সিলাই হ্যাঁ এটা কি দিছে
ఆపేస్తాను ఆడే అడగండి కరెక్ట్ గా
কি কাজে সুপারভাইজার হিসেবে আসছো তুমি? কি কাজে সুপারভাইজার হিসেবে আসছো? মানে সিভিল মানে স্ট্রাকচারে নাকি ইয়েতে হাইওয়েতে? হ্যাঁ, বুঝতে পারিনি। কার সাথে? শহীদুল ভাইয়ের সাথে? কোন লোকে? ওই যে ইয়ের না গার্ডার নাকি রেগুলার? আপনার মতো রেগুলার সুপারভাইজার?
Good evening, sir. கேக்குதுங்களா? Thank you, ma'am.
Friends, good evening. Thanks for joining the meeting. Please wait for 2 or 3 more minutes, waiting for the guest to join. Madam will be joining very short. So once Madam join, we'll start it. Thank you very much.
Good evening, sir. Sridevi ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am? Sridevi ma'am.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Professor, we are not hearing your speech. Dr. Raja.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Sir, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
ठीक है लारी
Friends, thanks for joining. We'll be starting in 1 or 2 minutes time, waiting for the guest to log in. She is finding a little difficult. Madam is finding a little difficult. Anyhow, in 1 or 2 minutes, we'll join. Please wait. Thanks, friends. Welcome, madam. So, friends, thank you very much. Over to Dr. Raja, you can start.
Very good evening, one and all present here.
Doctor, we cannot able to hear you. Doctor, your voice is not audible.
Sridevi ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
No,
Sridevi
your
ma'am.
voice is not audible.
It's
Okay,
audible,
friends,
sir.
thank you very much for joining this evening. First of all, we apologize for starting a little late. On a evening, wonderful on a weekend evening. So it's nice to see a lot of people and particularly a lot of doctors, research scholars, professors, assistant professors. So it's very nice to see a good educated crowd. Doctor, are you okay, Dr. Raja? Are you okay to start? Okay, fine. I'll start. Okay. So we thank you very much. We warmly welcome Miss Aishwarya, madam. We are expecting a great session from you. So, friends, thank you very much for joining, and we warmly welcome you on behalf of PRSI Chennai chapter. First, let me give a small intro about what is PRSI Chennai chapter. Uh, PRSI means Public Relations Society of India. It is an all India body dedicated towards the growth of public relations, visual media, visual communication, language communication, anything related to communication or corporate communication and media studies. So all these things, we want to develop this industry. So all corporate communication people are in this group. PRSA has got 23 chapters across India and around 3,000 members across India is there. In our chapter is based out of Chennai, but we do webinar across India. So people from across India are right now it's here in the group. So nice to meet all people. Every month, PRSA Chennai chapter used to conduct 2 webinars and 1 offline meeting at Chennai. In Chennai, we have got 115 members. So a lot of college students, lot of professors, lot of corporates are all members. So Chennai chapter started at 1969 and still we are going very strong. So thank you very much. So it's great to see you. Now I like to give it to Professor Raja. Raja, before that, I'll introduce myself. I am Ram Kumar Singaram. I am running a company called Catalyst PR at Chennai. I am the chairman of Public Relations Society of India. Over to Dr. Raja. Dr. Raja is the secretary of Public Relations Society of India Chennai chapter. He is assistant professor in Viscom department in Satyabama University. Dr. Raja.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very good evening, one and all.
Still we cannot hear you, Professor. There is some problem in the mic.
Okay, sir. I will check, sir.
No, we cannot able to hear you. Okay, no problem. Take your own time. Meanwhile, I warmly welcome Aishwarya Iyer, madam. So nice to meet you, madam. Madam is at Hyderabad. So madam is going to give a wonderful lecture today in the topic of story-driven synergy in movies. Madam, we'll give a small introduction about you. Professor Sridevi, our treasurer.
Ramkumar sir,
She's also assistant professor working in Wales University, Chennai. Dr. Sridevi will give a small intro about today's chief guest, Mrs. Aishwarya Iyer. Over to Dr. Sridevi.
Good evening, sir. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. A very warm welcome for you to join in this webinar session. I'd like to give a small introduction
Madam,
about Aishwarya.
Sridevi, madam, we cannot able to hear your voice.
Sir, Kekda, hello.
Ma'am, very clear, ma'am. You continue, ma'am. Very clear.
Ma'am, is it audible for you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Aishwarya, ma'am, audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Very clear, ma'am. Please continue.
I warmly welcome you, ma'am, for this webinar. I'd like to give a small brief introduction about you for the audience. Aishwarya Iyer is a filmmaker and she's currently serving as the founding director and creative head of branding and strategy at Bend the Spoon Marketing. With over 13 years of experience across media, print, electronic, film and television, PR events, advertising and marketing promotions in both creative and production verticals, her forte lies in PR, marketing, screenwriting and film consulting. Having begun working with a mother's PR firm at the age of 13 and having run Young Communicators Forum, the world's first non-profit communication education organization at the mere age of 19. Aishwarya has amassed a diverse set of skills and broad expertise in all the things PR alongside a thriving film career that includes the 3-time National Award-winning Telugu feature film Mahanadi. Aishwarya ma'am holds undergraduation in journalism and mass communications from Amity University. Ma'am is very much fluent in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, English with intermediate proficiency in Spanish, Bengali, Malayalam and Kannada. She has harbored a variety range of interests and always look forward to keep adding new dimensions to her body of work. Ma'am, on behalf of PRS Association and participants, I warmly welcome you, ma'am. Please carry on.
Thank you so much for the introduction and thank you so much for all the arrangements and also for inviting me and for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with all of you. I'm sure there are lots of people here that are probably way more experienced than I am. So I hope to also take away something from here at the end of the session, probably through a more interactive Q&A session. First and foremost, I must address something. Thank you, each one of you, for patiently waiting. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I got delayed. Unfortunately, there were internet connection issues, but I've solved them. Secondly, also, I'm not able to connect my headset to this system. So I would like to know if I am audible enough or if I need to move my location. Is everybody
You are
able to hear
audible,
me?
madam. You are
All
audible.
right.
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, great. So then we are all set, and I'm happy to begin. I will be starting the session with a small little thing where I want to ask you guys a question. Whoever is able to, if you can just comment, I will be able to see it. All right. So I'm getting started. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. So we are here to listen to the session on story-driven synergy in movies and how tailored PR and several other techniques that I will be sharing here can help brands go beyond just product placement in your movies. But I will start it with something. Okay. Is everybody able to see this picture? Can you please just write in the comment box, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this? Happy, cute, relaxing. Anubi, I hope you can see it now. Cuteness, happy, smile. So I hear a lot of happy, relaxing, smiling, cute. Anything else? Enjoyment. Stress-free, correct. It looks like that child has no worry in this world. We are going to bear all the worries. Okay, relaxing, innocence. You guys can keep continuing to write, but I will keep moving forward in the interest of time. So, as you can see, the child did nothing for you to have these impressions about the child, right? The child is just there. It just exists. We don't know the gender. We don't know the background. We don't know the background of the parents. We don't know what is the religion. We don't know what exactly is the age of the child. But we're just happy feeling that this is such an innocent child. We think it is so relaxing to see it. We think it's so cute. Ayo, it looks so cute, right? You feel pavam, it is so innocent, all of that, right? However, the baby itself did nothing here. It just existed, and it doesn't even exist in real time. It is just a photograph of a baby. So this is how we are going to learn about PR. PR, which is public relations, is nothing but people's perspective of you. So how is this people's perspective? So many people here could have also said scary, danger, responsibility, dependent, money draining, right? People could have had many other opinions about this baby, but the baby is the same. The same baby is being perceived by us all in different ways. So this is how public relations is also built for a brand. A brand is just perceived by different people in different ways. Whether the brand is good or bad comes only after that. Before even the brand starts marketing about itself, we start creating impressions about it. So public relations of a brand is built based on 4 things, and every PRO should understand all these 4 things individually. Number 1 is perception. Number 2 is image. Number 3 is reputation. Number 4 is brand. So perception. Perception is how people think about you, how you think about the baby. It depends on your own educational background, your family background, your history, your family values, your ideologies, the kind of social group you have. All these things together create perception of something for you. Okay. Next comes image. That is what people think of you. Perception is how you think, how people think about you. Image is what people think of you. So I may have an image of someone who's very maybe dominating. Now, There may be different things that may have contributed to me developing that image among people. I can help it. I can also maybe certain times not help it, but my image stays there. Next is reputation. Reputation is what are people hearing about you. Brand then develops brand. Brand is what people think you represent. So perception is how people think about you. Image is what are people thinking of you. Reputation is what are people hearing other people talking about you. And brand is when people think you represent something. So I hope this is clear. On this note, I would like to move forward in our story-driven brand synergies. What are we going to learn today? We are going to learn what are brand partnerships, why do movies go for brand partnerships, what's in it for brands, what's in it for movies. Shall we see some examples? What is movie brand synergy? How to create winning synergies, how to tailor PR for strategic partnerships, and who's the winner of who's doing all of this so well. And we'll also touch a little bit on brand visibility versus brand value, but from the film PR lens. Okay. What is the latest experiment that is getting a lot of plaudits right now, and what can the future look like? So brand partnerships. You may have heard of this term in different ways. You may not have heard it as story-driven brand synergy. You may not have heard brand partnership. Did you hear collabs? Have you heard co-branding? Have you heard of synergy partner, B2B partner, brand integration? All these terms mean the same thing. Okay. These are all different ways of saying the same thing. So what are these brand partnerships? How do brands market themselves to the total addressable market? That's what brand partnerships are. Brand partnerships are when one brand okay, first I have to tell you what is total addressable market. So every brand has a target audience, right? You know exactly who your brand's target audience is. However, there's a total addressable market, which means if it is if I'm making a romantic comedy movie with young and popular stars, then I will probably go for a Cornetto or Quality Walls ice cream because they do these cute ads about cute love stories, right? So while my target group with that ad campaign is teenagers, college going kids, maybe under the age of 25, people who are into the dating culture, who are into dating apps, people who believe in meet cutes, they are my target group with this ad campaign. However, my total addressable market is everybody from 6 to 60 because it's not like 6-year-olds won't eat Cornetto or that 60-year-olds won't eat Cornetto, right? So for Cornetto, the total addressable market is all the ages, genders, religious backgrounds, everything except probably vegans. Vegans may not go for it. But the target group for a particular campaign is always more narrow. So when brands are trying to market themselves to the total addressable market instead of just one target group, they try to look for other brands also in the similar total addressable market to collaborate with so that their effort is halved, budget is halved, but result is doubled. So what are the different ways that brands may make this happen? Number one, similar brands come together for a joint or social cause or exchange banter for entertainment and engagement. Many of you may have seen recently, it was circulating a lot how I think Zepto and another FMCG brand were exchanging a lot of banter. Maybe Swiggy and Blinkit, okay, for example, Swiggy and Blinkit are competitors, right? But they may both engage in a campaign where they're dissing each other off or trying to compete with each other or roasting each other, trying to instate themselves as a market leader, but all in fun and jest. It is only purely for entertainment and audience engagement. Back in the day, I think Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Thumbs Up, they also were competing with each other in similar fashion. In fact, brand ambassadors were also going from one brand to another. Now, that is serious competition. We are not talking about that. We're talking about brands coming together who are actually competitors or peers, but just for the sake of a joint cause or entertainment. What can be a joint cause? For example, when the Kumbh Mela took place, it's possible that Bisleri may be a partner for hydration. It's also possible that Kinley may also come in as a hydration partner. So here, instead of Bisleri and Kinley fighting for being exclusively the hydration partner, they may come together to do this as a shared responsibility. Another way that this can happen is two banks can come together to provide loans for people who are affected by a natural disaster. So these are some ways that similar brands come together for a joint or social cause. Brands sharing the same ecosystem or industry come together for holistic offerings. For example, Bournvita and Amul. Bournvita is a health powder and Amul is a milk company. So you need to buy milk to use Bournvita. You may buy milk, but you will want Bournvita only to make the taste enhanced. So it's possible that Bournvita and Amul may come together to create a campaign, a co-branded activation, where they are both addressing the same people, mostly kids or people looking to build health. But they will do it in a way that they are complementing each other and not dissing each other. So that is how brands sharing the same ecosystem. As you can see, they both have the same target group, but they both offer something different. Both are offering health as a value, but the products are different, the pricing is different. So they may come together for holistic offerings, some sort of co-branded activation. I would like to request you all to please mute your mics. It's just a little bit distracting. Next, we can see brands targeting the same group come together for amplified efforts. For example, let's do this, no? Like Cornetto, okay? So a brand like Cornetto is trying to target youngsters and teenagers who are going to college or under the age of 25. So let's say 14 to 25 is the age group that they're targeting with their ads, with the chocolate disc in the on top and the chocolate in the end. They may end up tying up with a dating app like Tinder or Bumble, while both of them are trying to have a similar target group, which is of the same age group. Okay, 14 is too young, maybe 18 to 25. But they may not even be in the same industry. One is for dating and social networking. The other is a consumable product. It's a perishable. So sometimes two brands may come together to do something together. Let's say on Valentine's Day, there's a campaign where you can buy a Cornetto to get some QR code that you scan on using your Tinder app and meet the right partner for you. Something like that. Maybe there's a speed dating activity, speed dating event where Cornetto is distributed as a refreshment. So these are some ways in which two brands that are targeting the same group, even though they're not from the same industry or offering the same thing, just because their target audience is the same, they may come together in a co-branding activation. Then co-branded activations are fun ways to create a friendly space. So why would they do this? One, like we said, by coming together for the same cause, they are going to halve their budget of marketing. They're going to amplify their results by 2x. And while doing all of this, they also get to meet the counterparts. So the brand marketer of Quality Walls will get to meet with the brand marketer of Bumble or Tinder. This just creates a little space where we can all coexist and share knowledge, transfer knowledge with each other, just so that we can exist as a collective also. That is what brand partnerships are. Now, what is in-film branding? I never mentioned a movie in any of that, right? So in-film branding, you may have heard of product placement, paid collab, brand sponsor. They're talking about in-film branding. Why do movies need to go for brand partnerships? So movies may need help to penetrate an audience segment that a brand is already dominating. Like we just spoke. Let's say I'm trying to make a romantic comedy movie. I might want to use or leverage Quality Wall's existing popularity among the same target group to be able to penetrate those markets. And a lot of films did actually do that also in the past. So that's the reason I'm taking this as an example. Then movies may look to raise funds through brand sponsorships. A lot of movies are made on a very strict budget. So sometimes, for example, let's say there is a movie about bike racing, and they may want to raise a lot of funds so that they can do these elaborate, extensive action sequences, where the biker is like going on long tracks or participating in an international competition. Instead of putting in all of this money, what they can do is very smartly, they can go for brand sponsorships. For example, MRF tires. They may be willing to place their brand, their product in that scene where maybe the actor is talking to another about, he's not worried about safety because he has MRF tires, or if that is too on the nose, then we'll just leave it there. We'll just leave the logo there, and people who recognize it will recognize it. Otherwise, we don't have to mention it, right? So that's one way. Recently, with Formula One movie, F1 movie, also you saw that a lot of brands were there present in the gear that the actors were wearing, the characters were wearing. So these are different ways in which movies may look to raise funds through brand sponsorships. Characters may gain authenticity by piggybacking off of a product's existing aura or image. For example, if I'm trying to say that you know how there are hero establishment shots and then there's heroine introduction song and all of that. So let's say in the heroine introduction song, I am trying to say that the heroine is very young and fun and bubbly. Now I can either say it through the lyrics, or I can show her acting bubbly, or I can show her trying different shades of pink and not liking any of it. Except the product is very clearly visible that she's using a Lakme lipstick or maybe a Masaba Gupta's lipstick. So these are ways in which I am trying to establish that, or maybe there's a young, cute couple and we show them sharing the same Coca-Cola with 2 straws, right? So there, it's not about promoting the brand. In fact, the brand is helping me to promote the concept I'm trying to promote, that these guys are a couple. Now there are different ways to show it in a movie. They say in films, don't tell, show. So you should be able to show it instead of telling it in a narration or a lyrics. So this is a place where a product can be used, a product's existing image can be used to establish a character's authenticity or relatability. Then, or also, films about middle class families, they may use, instead of close up, they may use Meswak or Dabur Red toothpaste. So these are different ways in which you can make a character more relatable by using a certain product which already has a name. The main cast of the movie may already be associated with the brand and may see synergies. For example, let's say Shah Rukh Khan is already associated with, let's say, Ching's instant noodles, Desi Chinese. So in a movie, if he's, say, playing the role of a chef, then he may think that this is a good place for me to use Ching's only, because anyway, I'll be using different products and I'm already their brand ambassador. So these are some ways also in which synergies end up working out. Sometimes the name of a actor is directly associated with a brand that the producer cannot look beyond it. Then they also go for capitalizing on it or monetizing it. Then movies may look for the support of existing multinational brands or FMCG brands to amplify promotion and outreach efforts by leveraging their existing channels. This is mostly true for big budget films or for small budget films that are looking to promote big. Movies like, say, Kartikeya or recently with Globetrotter. It's a very big budget magnum opus, right? But so much of the budget goes into the making of the film. Sometimes equal amount is required for promoting the film also. At that time, instead of adding to the marketing budget, they may just take help of existing networks to amplify their message. These are the reasons why movies go for brand partnerships. Now, what's in it for the movie and what's in it for the brand? We just spoke about why brands go for brand partnerships, and we spoke about why movies go for brand partnerships. Now, let's see in a comparative way. For a movie, it may be about reach and visibility. They may want to reach more audiences. They may want to be seen by more audiences. And they may feel that if we are associated with a brand like Freedom Oil, Freedom Sunflower Oil, this particular product, then more people will see us. More people will come to know about us. What's in it for the brand? Recognition and recall. So for them, sometimes brands spend so much money in trying to make themselves more popular, make themselves be recognized, that sometimes using a movie can make it easier on them also to achieve these targets. Also, if they are still an up and coming brand, then this will seal the deal for them. So it also depends on what position in the curve the brand is also with regard to their marketing and promotions. Then Sometimes movies may do this for funds. While movies can raise funds by partnering with a brand, what does a brand get? Brand gets guarantee of popularity. Always, whether the movie does well or bad, when a brand is associated with a movie, they already know that they're going to reach lakhs of people in a single go. So that is a very, very definite way for a brand to scale their reach. Next is prestige and pride. For a movie, it may be a matter of prestige. For example, let's say for a movie like Sitaramam, while it is so great and the production house itself is a legacy brand, to come together with a brand like Royal Enfield, which does not very easily sponsor its products, it may be a matter of prestige that it is associated with a brand like Royal Enfield that goes back 120 years. Whereas for a brand like Royal Enfield, it may be a matter of pride to be associated with movies made by Vyjayanti Movies, because they do clean new movies and the movies are all family oriented and things like that. So, and obvious, they say bragging rights or flexing these days. For a brand, it is obviously like a huge deal if they're able to associate with a movie or with the actors associated with it. Some actors that they may have been trying to get in touch with to endorse their product for a long time, they will be able to have a shortcut way of reaching them through a movie. The other two are the same for both. Whether the movie is looking to become more legitimate in the eyes of the audiences, or the brand is trying to become more legitimate in the eyes of the audiences, they may want to come together with each other. Then there's also new audiences. Maybe this is a very experimental movie for this production house, or maybe it's a first time movie for a production house. Then they may be looking to for a go-to market strategy to reach there, to penetrate the right audiences. Here, associating themselves with an already existing brand that is having huge recall value, that has already developed credibility and trust in the eyes of audiences, there this movie can just use them as a magic carpet to go there. Similarly, for a brand, if a brand is trying to launch a new product, or if a new brand is looking to launch itself, then movies are great ways to do it also. This is the way you can understand in a comparative sense that what's in it for a movie, what's in it for a brand, and therefore is synergy even possible to be created. We've already seen it, actually. I'm sure most of you are already able to recall certain things, but still I will show you some examples. Whether you hear the word merch, which is merchandises or creating souvenirs, or some limited edition products, or brand endorser, or gift hamper, or event sponsor, these are all different ways that a brand came together with a movie. Okay, so it can be an audio launch function or a fan engagement, pre-release event. It can be any event. Sometimes you'll hear a brand as powered by or sponsored by for that audio launch function. That is the way that brand has come together with the movie. You may not see the product in the movie itself, but the product is going to be placed on the stage for that particular event alone. So that is how a brand and movie can come together just for their marketing and not for the movie itself. Kochadayan is a film where we saw, Flair pens. They did some limited edition pens, 1 million Carbon mobiles. After that, a survey was conducted where Carbon mobiles was voted as the 77th most trusted brand in India among, I think at that point, 1,200 or 1,400 brands that existed, purely because of this launch. And there was this video game called Reign of Arrows, which was developed by Hungama Digital Media. From there, Hungama also really became way more popular across India, pan-Asia actually. And while it was free to download, the branding for the insurance company was integrated into the game. So this was sponsored. This game was developed by Aegon Religare Item. And those guys actually were able to generate a lot of leads through the video game. And the audio launch took place in Tokyo, which was unheard of for a Tamil movie or an Indian film in general. And that itself attracted lots of sponsors that were mostly brands based out of Japan, or that were trying to connect with the Tamil audiences, or with the Indian audiences, or with the South Indian audiences. Also, a lot of Indian brands that were looking to penetrate the Japanese market or other South Asian markets also came in as sponsors for this event. Rocky or Rani, this is a film that came together with Make My Trip. There was this song, Tum Kya Mile that became so popular from the moment it got launched, sometimes for good reasons, sometimes for bad reasons. I mean, by bad, I mean people were comparing the lead pair with Shah Rukh and Kajol and whatnot. But one thing that came out of it is Make My Trips collaboration. They put together a special Tum Kya Mile package that included certain places in Srinagar and Kashmir, and they also made like a special slash price, and they leveraged the same visuals from the songs for their ads, and they also used their marketing material in the website itself. Top Gun movie. You guys may remember the Ray-Ban aviators. It became synonymous with being, masculine and machismo, and being brave or soldier-like, or liking adventure. And soon after that, everybody was wearing Ray-Ban aviators. Koi Mil Gaya, quite an old film also. Hrithik Roshan, promoted this as India's first superhero movie. Debatable, but in the film they not only place Bonvita, you can see right near Rekha ji's hand that there's Bonvita. So not only did they place the brand itself, but he also goes on to mention it. He says how he's stronger because of the product. And at that time, I might remind you that there was already Bonvita quiz contest. So it was already being associated with being a sharp, intelligent child that's ahead, of its peers. Fan movie. This was a film that was produced at a very large scale, did not see as much success, but it was like a template for how brand endorsements and films can come together. People hadn't envisioned it in that level as this film had done it. And now again with Bads of Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, also managed to pull off a similar move. For those of you who have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. For the others that are hearing about it for the first time, I do encourage you to go ahead and watch it, so you can see it just as a marketing template. Here, they also did a song called Jabra Fan, which was released in multiple languages, and in all the languages, they made sure that the visuals had all the brands that Shah Rukh Khan was already a brand endorser for. Now, what is movie brand synergy? Compatibility, common interests. Is it good publicity or bad? For example, Apple has this rule for movie integrations that it will not allow a movie to use its product if the character is a negative character. They only allow the positive characters to use their products. This is done so that the positioning of the product as a the one for the wise people, the one for the thinker, the one for the decision maker is not challenged by a villain using the product. There needs to be shared values and ethos in each other, same audience segmentation through different offerings, product launch or actor launch. For example, a product can be launched through the movie, or maybe a new actor is being launched in the film, but you can already use them as the brand ambassador for a product, which will extend its validity beyond the film's release. Then there's obvious bragging rights, like I was telling you guys earlier. Then budget balancing, as I've been saying since the beginning. It helps the brands to also cut down on their budgets that they've kept for the same outreach program. It also helps the production house to cut down on their budgets that they've kept for the same level of outreach. So together, it's like you're sharing the budgets and increasing the value. So multifold reach at the same cost. Now, strategic synergy. It's like B2B dating or alignment, defined targets, and matchmaking, or it's like a prophecy of better together, couple goals for brands and movies. How do you do that? This is the part that you need to do in advance and keep if you're someone who's looking to do this full time. First and foremost, you need to develop an in-house synergy matrix, define parameters and assign scores. You can take the help of a psychometric consultant or specialist here, because they'll help you to assign values based on words. For example, if I take the brand Royal Enfield, for me it is classy, reliable, well connected, prestige, value, historic, legacy. So like this, there are some words associated with every brand, right? You need to be able to assign scores for them, that how important is legacy for you. Or is it a 3 out of 5 or is it a 5 out of 5? Similarly, you need to assign scores for each of these adjectives and create your own synergy matrix. Next, how well do you know the production house? If you're a brand, then you need to understand how well do you know yourself. So your history, your legacy, your origin, your vision, mission, all of that. If you're a production house, then of that. So history, legacy, origin, vision, mission, ideology, aspiration, current business goals, competition, investors, etc. Then creating a network of vertical based POCs in the counterparts office. If you're a brand, PRO, then you need to know who's handling brand partnerships and so on. So production house, if it's Leica, in Leica, who's handling marketing for Leica, who's handling marketing for this particular movie, who's handling brand synergies, who's handling product placements, who's handling budgeting, who's handling casting. You need to know exactly based on vertical and have a POC with them. If you're a film production house, then you need to know who's handling shampoo brands in HUL, who's handling Mama Earth's brand partnerships or brand engagements. These are the kinds of POCs you need to identify, particularly for each vertical that you will end up crossing paths with. And clearly ensure that not only do you have a POC in each vertical, but also you have cultivated a relationship with decision makers in those organizations. Clearly outline deliverables and expectations in tangible or definitive terms. Then have an agreement in principle. If you are an independent consultant like I am, then when you're working with a brand, then with the brand. Or if you're working with a production house, then with the production house. Make sure that you're agreeing in principle about mutual cooperation, coordination, having an agile and nimble working environment. Because a lot of times they will tell you, no, you know what, we need all these brands, we're happy with whatever brands. But later, after you've made all this effort of making a POC, establishing a relationship, coming back with a synergy score, and now you're ready to take it forward, you're ready to make the two people meet. At that time, suddenly the producer or suddenly the marketing head of the brand may say, oh, no, but we don't want to be associated with this hero's movie. Or the production house may say, no, we don't want quality walls, we want Magnum, something like that. So you need to have that understanding clearly in principle that they will not back out on these things so that you're not embarrassed. Also, for the sake, in case you're an in-house person, it's not good for the image of the organization that you represent. After you have approached someone with a deal, you cannot back out of it. It doesn't look good. Then be instated as a single point of contact for representing these two bits to each other. Okay. So elimination of redundancy is important so that sometimes a production house may appoint 4 or 5 people to go after the same brand. If you do that, the brand will no longer be interested in the movie. Also, again, that also questions your credibility. So elimination of redundancy is important. So be very clear at the very beginning. Ask them if they've already reached out to these brands. If so, try to take it forward from there. If they say no, then you can start from introducing the product itself. Then protection from duplication of efforts, which is more or less the same. Try to have a very clear workflow so that nothing is repeated and time is not lost, because the bigger the organization, the longer the wait time is for between correspondences. Now, once you've done all this homework and you have like a database ready and you already have existing networks with people, now when a movie comes to you, get to know the movie fully, understand the concept, the core team, the look and feel, the preview script, preview if it is a movie that is already ready. Script if you are coming in at the very beginning of the movie, that is when it's still in the pre-production stages. Then try to go through the character sketches, identify and map the moods of the scenes where there is scope for brand integration. Make a list of brands if you are a production house. Then make a list of brands that you can that you think there's scope for integrating with. If you're a brand, then try to ask them for a list of scenes in which they want to place your brand, so that you can analyze for yourself whether it is good or bad for your product. Then whenever a co-branding opportunity presents itself, collect necessary data and run it in the synergy matrix to know what brands are the best fit for a production house. Or if you're a brand, then what production house is the best fit for collaborating with you for a particular product. Then we also have pitch. Yes, clearly define the target audience of the film or cast, or clearly define the target audience of the brand or product, including analyzing the demography or audience segmentation. Guys, if you're coming from a production house, then you need to treat your movie no different from a product. You also need to do the exact same thing you would do if you were representing a brand, which is understanding the audience demography. Try to create that chart, do the whole homework, because as much as movies are an unpredictable space, commercially speaking, your approach to it, the more scientific you get, the more technologically reliant you are, the greater the scope of reaching out to maximum people. And you'll be able to manage your budgets also better. So clearly define the target audience and also perform the audience segmentation and all the other exercises. Then pitch, first pitch, then listen to the feedback, see if they're interested, gauge their interest. If they seemed a little perturbed on certain matters, then try to adapt and fine tune it, come on the same page, then you guys have a deal. At that point, you can make the two people come and meet. Then make yourselves accountable. Let there be one person only. It's not only for outreach efforts, it's also for overseeing the entire delivery. Now that you guys have shook hands on what you'll be doing, so my film will place your product in the happy scene, in the sad scene, in the song, and also we will mention your logo and your name as so-and-so partner at the beginning and at the end of the movie. This is what I'm offering as a film production house. As a brand, what I can provide is I will carry your movie's message or your movie's logo in all the platforms that I am promoting my products in. Apart from that, I will also provide, my products free gift hamper for all the core team that is attending the pre-release event. I will also I will also sponsor, say, five ads across so-and-so television channel, or ATL marketing. Mostly any kind of deals can be struck there that we will take care of 40% of the ad spend in exchange for our logo coming in your movie. This kind of very clearly, you need to ensure that what is the deliverability, what is the expectation, and then also mediate the work. Work mediation will become a huge deal, because on both sides there'll be 10 people working, and everybody will have to come on the same page to agree on things. When the film production house says okay, the brand will back out. When the brand says okay, the film production house will back out. So you need to have a very cool head on your shoulders, and you need to be able to do the work mediation. And runtime troubleshooting. If there are issues where something is not going to be delivered on time, or somebody is going back on their word, or is asking to scale it down, or is asking to introduce a new element, then you need to know how to troubleshoot on runtime, because you won't have any space there. Then comes closing reports and performance analytics. Always at the end of it, provide a closing report, whether it is to your employer or it is for the person who came into the partnership with you, or it is for yourself to understand whether it was a good deal or not. You need to clearly mention what were the things that were discussed and were they delivered or not. Then you need to write the remarks on whether they were delivered on time without any issues. If there were issues, what kind of issues? If there was delay, then delay was owing to what? Was it logistics? Was it decision making? Was it lack of clarity on the decision that was made? This needs to be clearly looked into at the end of the project. Then performance analytics also is important, so that if at the beginning, let's say as a brand, you felt that your outreach efforts will amplify by 40%, you need to see whether it was ultimately 40% or 22%. Then you need to understand whether the budgets that you put into it was worth it or not. Sometimes it's possible you think, if it is 40% and I got only 20% in return, then that's not good enough. But sometimes you might also come to the understanding that while the result in this parameter, maybe outreach was not great, but recall value has increased. So it's worth it. Sometimes one will, be offset against another also. Or you may have realized that your budgets were unreal to begin with. So maybe now you understand that it was the appropriate budget. Now, we spoke about tailored PR. It's a standard thing how PR works in a film project. It goes from launching the movie, title announcement, poster release, first look, teaser, then pre-release event. It will be hero speech, heroine speech, producer speech, then some clickbaity things. And then about the movie, the hype is created. There are lots of group pictures that make it, movie poster and article about the movie, article about the song, reviews of songs. These are all common ways that this happens and are absolutely essential for every film to do it. But what are something you can do little bit different than that to bring in a unique touch to your film? So one size does not fit all. Every film is different and you need to have a conscious messaging. How can you do that? If you are from the production house, then what is the production house's existing image? You need to understand that. I'm talking about right at the beginning, before even you sign on a project with a brand, before you enter into a brand partnership. First, understand your own production house or understand your own brand correctly. What is the existing image? What is the image they're aspiring to create? Then understand the film's genre, subgenre, storyline, overarching theme and messaging, the tone. This will help you to really understand what brand will fit with it. If you're trying to create a mythological movie and you're trying to create a brand partnership with Tinder, it may not work out. So you need to understand if the brand that you're going for is going to match the same tone as your film or not. Or if you're a brand, then see if the movie's genre, subgenre, storyline, overarching theme is aligning with your current PR goals or not. If Tinder is trying to venture next into, maybe Tinder is acquiring Shadi.com, then maybe going for a family centric film where the couple goes from dating to life after marriage, that would be fantastic storyline for them, right? So you need to see what's your current PR goal and whether this film offer is a good offer for you to and is it in alignment with your PR goal or not? Then how can you leverage the film's key resources and promotional material to create PR content for media distribution? So promotional material is, like I said, there's song 1, song 2, song 3, teaser, first look, some speeches, some special messages. Apart from that, there's press conferences that will take place. There'll be a pre-release event that will take place. There may be a flash mob that may be organized. All these things are promotional materials. And key resources are the producer of the movie, the heroine of the movie, the hero of the movie, the DOP of the movie. Sometimes even the executive producer of the movie may be a very big name, and their name being there may make more may add more sheen to the project itself. So you need to see as a film PRO how you can leverage these to create PR content for media distribution. When I say PR content, I don't mean the promotional material alone. I also mean pitching it in terms of, is so and so the next Madhavan of Tamil cinema, or something like is Dhanush looking to venture into women-centric films? You need to be able to come up with different PR angles that will work best in alignment with the tone of the film. And if you're a brand, then you need to see what are the key resources on the film and what are the promotional materials that they have available, and whether you want to make it a co-branded activation throughout or only for one thing. Maybe one song you think, let's say it's Royal Enfield, and there's a song in which about 80% of the runtime, the couple is on the bike. Then you can go for Royal Enfield to have a co-branded activation there. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's better that you place a motorcycle at an event. Then there's editorials versus coverage, the age-old debate of paid and organic. So far, whatever PR content I'm talking only about editorial content, because how the other things work is, more of an industry challenge at the moment. Hopefully, there'll be more interventions by regulatory bodies like PRSI, and it will be a little bit more monitored so that the media can also make it very clear if it is a paid content, and that paid content does not fall within PR's work. However, I'm here strictly talking about editorial PR content, that all these different angles that I'm speaking about is one-on-ones or exclusive one-on-ones with specific select media where these angles can be explored with them. That is also in alignment with the media house's own goals. Then where to go for editorials and where you may have to stress on coverages, also you need to have a good sense of it. Basic media etiquette training for core team. I cannot stress on this enough. Whether you're a brand and your CEO wants to appear on the show or giving the gift himself to the hero, or you're a film production house and your producer, director, hero, heroine, everybody wants to sit on the stage at the pre-release event. Please, before a press conference, 100% give them a media etiquette training. It is very dangerous to assume that they know it. We keep listening about all of these things so often, about how the media may sometimes sensationalize by asking the wrong questions, or sometimes someone lost their cool and probably responded in a harsh way, and that ends up backfiring for the project. Next, crisis management team should be on standby. Guys, this is like a reputation insurance. You will insure your core team's safety. You'll also take insurance for accident coverages on film sets. You'll do all of that, but you don't think about crisis management team on standby. A movie can get popular, or a movie can become, the victim of gaining bad reputation also. Something accidental can cause, huge amounts of money in losses. And we've seen it previously, mostly during If they're politically charged films, then they get really affected by what the government has to say or what the other political parties have to say about it. Sometimes even a film that is about food may hurt somebody's sentiments. So you need to have a crisis management team ready to help you through all of this. You can't bring in them after a crisis has already occurred. Now let's look into what are some examples where this was done very well, some meaningful integrations, some thoughtful campaigns, and I would even go so far as to say that's how it's done. The movie Dhak Dhak and Royal Enfield motorcycles, what they did is not only did they give their bikes for this filming, it also helped them to align it with their launch of female products in their lifestyle brand. They started launching gears and riding boots and other things. Also, there were in fact Hunter 350 or Meteor 350. These particular bikes were launched keeping in mind people of average height or women riders, which was previously not there. Royal Enfield was considered an extremely masculine brand, and it became quite the head turner when they started engaging further with female riding communities. So Dhak Dhak movie follows the story of 4 female riders from different backgrounds, and they're coming together for the love of riding. Bats of Bollywood, I was mentioning at the beginning, that they came together with both audio systems, and so did the movie Kalki. They launched a limited headphone that looked like Budgie, and Mountain Dew with Dhoom. With every franchise, with every movie in the Dhoom franchise, there's going to be Mountain Dew, because Mountain Dew advertises to thrill seekers and adventure seekers. I'm so sorry. I see that I'm over time. Please give me 5 more minutes. Brand visibility or value, more eyeballs or nods. What do we want? Do we want to do right messaging? Do we want to do greater reach? And if you can choose only one, which one is right? Brand visibility. Brand visibility is being viewed by more people. That is brand visibility. Brand value is being associated with the right values. That is brand value, or having a deeper impact, having a greater impression. That is brand value. So, which is more important when you're trying to enter into brand partnerships with movies? What is more important to you? You should be clear. I am coming together with Jailer the movie because I want greater brand visibility. I am coming together with Jailer movie for greater brand value. That is important. If you're going for brand value, then you need to be very, very particular about where your product is being used, how your brand is being displayed in the movie, which character is going to use it, in what situation is it going to be used. I might be a great hydration brand as Kinley, but if the villain is drinking water after getting tired of hitting Rajnikant, I don't think that will work out. So you need to know where exactly your product is going to be used before you say yes to a deal. If I'm trying to come together with Jailer the movie for brand visibility, then there's nothing to question here. I mean, if a Rajnikant movie is not an example for how films meet scale, then I don't know what is. So if you're a brand that is now ready to launch across geographies or demographies, then a Rajnikant film is a perfect combination for you, right? For brand visibility. Next, can scale and impact be achieved simultaneously? So either you get scale or you get impact. Can both be achieved simultaneously? Yes, but that means you need to come in at the pre-production level. Then you can plan it out better. If you're coming in the post-production level when already, say, one version is out of the editing, then it's a little too late. I would rather advise that you go for either visibility or value. So either go for scale or go for impact. Then comes, can recall and recognition be built together? Recognition is when somebody can see a logo and tell this is this brand. Or even the brand colors. Recall is when they know from when you've been there. Maybe there's a okay. And also, I'm sorry, I was talking about brand recall and recognition. Brand recognition is when somebody can recognize the brand easily through the logo or the logo colors or brand colors. And the other is recollection. Recall value comes from associated words. Like we said, some 5 adjectives that are associated with your brand. If you're trying to hammer more on that, then you need to take on activities or co-branding activations, or go for those movies where those words are personified in the movie script. So can recall and recognition happen together? Yes, for that the script has to be perfectly made for you, like Dhak Dhak and Royal Enfield. What's the formula for selecting the right goal? There is no formula. It goes as simple as what is your current business goal, and does this movie represent the same thing. Or if you're a movie, then what are you trying to reach? What are you trying to achieve through this brand collaboration? And therefore, you should select a brand based on that. If you're trying to reach more people, then you need to go with a brand that already has more people outreach done. If you're trying to create a value for yourself, like for a movie like Homebound, then you need to associate yourself with a brand that already is known as a premium brand or is already known among a closed group of people. What's going on in this space? A quick look across the next 2 minutes on what's going on right now. What is the latest trend? So right now, title sponsors for long format shows has started. You know how there was, like I was saying, Bonvita quiz contest. Like that now it's become, I think there's a show on Hoichoi. It's a Bengali OTT platform. They're doing Byomkesh Bakshi. And they have Horlicks, I think, as their title sponsor. So now imagine if there is, I don't know, Titan presents Jailer. That's what's happening. So there's also title sponsors for film promotional events. You guys must have seen recently that a lot of promotional events also end up announcing many times their sponsors, like a televised event. Then there's product placements at film press conferences. At these press conferences, a beverage brand, or in the background, in the backdrop, the different logos of the brands will be coming in. Then there's brand distribution channel also for film promotional material. For example, like I said, if 80% of a song has Royal Enfield bike in it, then Royal Enfield themselves may launch the song also instead of the production house launching the song. Then there's characters endorsing brands or products, like Allu Arjun recently after Pushpa, I think for Thumbs Up, if I'm not mistaken, he uses the line from his film to promote the product and his look from the film, even though he's not dressed like that, but he maintains the same beard. So characters can endorse brands instead of actors endorsing the brand. Then brands or products establishing traits of character in runtime, which we discussed about with Royal Enfield as well as earlier with, say, Gucci Prada for, Rocky Randhava's character in Rocky or Rani. From song to product placement, everything was done. I could find this one poster, so here that is. What do you think is going to be the future? Okay, do you think AI will take over? Do you think bots will make these decisions? And if runtime of movies are for hire, then are feature length advertisements the future of films? So it is possible, I think, that if a particular subject of a film completely is in alignment with your brand's image and your brand's current PR goals, or the lineup of what are the products you're going to diversify into, then you might even end up sponsoring the entire movie. But it needs to be done tastefully and not on the nose. Can AI create synergies? At this moment, no. In future, maybe it can come up with a tool or an app perhaps that can help you create this synergy matrix that I was talking about. Presently in my company, we created through Excel, Microsoft Excel. So can AI create synergies? I don't think it can create synergies. It could probably create a tool that will help you match the synergies. It will still remain an entirely empathetic, human involved job. It is a culture first, commercial next kind of a movement here. Then will I have to develop a relationship with a bot before I can speak with the boss? Hopefully not. While everybody has a chat bot these days and everybody has AI generated responses to DMs on LinkedIn, please try to take as much advantage as you can of networking events to connect with the right professionals who are the right POCs for you at different brands, and develop this and nurture this relationship. Then there's content marketing through omni-channel distribution, which is self-explanatory. And there's synergy-driven micro dramas. These days, I think already a lot of brands are looking into producing micro dramas, 50 episode or 100 episode micro dramas that come on your phones, mobile phones, vertical storytelling, that are, I think, 1 minute or 2 minute long episodes, where the brand is there throughout. For example, if Adani Group is about Hum Karke Dikhayenge, we can achieve it and we will achieve it. If that's what Adani Group is about, then it's possible that they may sponsor an entire micro drama series where the protagonist is seen achieving great things, being an underdog. And creative production or creative marketing in disguise. A creative producer should be able to balance their ideas of what is creative marketing and what is right for their film. If that is not done, then in the future, it's possible that creative marketers will be sitting there donning the hats of creative producers. That brings my session to the end. Thank you so much for patiently waiting with me. I am Aishwarya Iyer Chakrabarti. Please do scan this QR code to connect with me on LinkedIn. And thanks a lot to PRSI. Please do follow their events to connect with more industry professionals like myself. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can raise your question. Dear participants. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can raise your question and you can unmute yourself.
Sir, will you give any type of like feedback link or that kind of things?
We will send you in another 5 minutes, sir.
I see one question that is posted in the chat box about what do brands get for sponsoring the movies. I hope I could address it. There's a movie, for Sita Ramam, Dulquer and Mrunal Thakur starred in it. For that movie, we did a collaboration with Royal Enfield, and what we did, and also with Swiggy, what we provided in exchange for the brand sponsorship is we provided about 1,000 film tickets. So for their 1,000 employees with families across the country, any city, any state, we were booking full house for them to go and watch the movie. That's one of the things that a movie can give in return.
Ma'am, I have one question. I'm Dr. Antraja from Satyabama University, Chennai, Department of Visual Communication. Ma'am, our PhD student, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, our PhD student made advertisement completely 100% with the help of AI. Any issue will come, ma'am, in future for making a advertisement or film through artificial intelligence? Any issue will rise, ma'am, in future?
What kind of issue are you talking about? Do you mean issue with the brand?
No, ma'am. Copyright issues. If they
So that
are
is something
uploading.
Yes, so there are two ways that we can look into it. One is already now Narsimha no padam vandirudhu. That is entirely AI generated. So a film like this is the future of Indian films. We are going to see many more. In fact, big production houses have launched new sister concerns that will only produce AI generated movies, right? Even there are a lot of writer rooms that have been established now. So when they are doing movies, even in their AI generated movies, they can go for brand collaborations. And maybe even the brands may have to be animated. That is one way to go for it. And I don't think there'll be an issue as long as they take the permission to use the brand logos and they go through the right channels. With regard to copyright itself, I think that is a question for someone who deals with copyright and intellectual properties. And my personal opinion as a filmmaker is, I think that it should say very clearly that this is AI generated. As long as that is mentioned, I don't think it's offensive.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dear participants, any other question? Dear participants, any other questions? Okay, I think no more questions, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I want to thank our chairman, Chennai Chapter PRSI Chairman, Mr. Ramkumar Singaram, sir, for this wonderful topic and wonderful madam today, Mrs. Aishwarya Iyer Chakrabarti, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Past in more than 1 hour continuously, ma'am, given information continuously without single seconds wasted today. But not least our wonderful participants. Thank you, dear participants. Today, all over India, they have joined around 94 participants with the help of Zoom meeting. Thank you, madam, for this wonderful information about Synergy movie as well as ads and OTT platforms. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful information. Many people joined from academia. So this information surely I have took many screenshot of your presentation. Thank you, ma'am. It will reach to the many students. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Dear
thank you, Rajesh sir. Thank you, Ram sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you, Sridevi ma'am, for putting this together. And I only spoke continuously because it was my mistake. I came a little late. So I hope I was still clear.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sorry, can we get the presentation?
Ma'am, you can contact me personally.
not possible. It is a proprietary presentation. So madam has got the right. So madam will not share the presentation. Please bear with this.
Dear participants,
I'm so sorry.
one kind. No, madam. Kind information. We are doing YouTube live streaming. Anybody interested? We share you that link. Dear participants, we are done a YouTube live streaming. If you want, we send you the YouTube link. You can refer the thing. Thank you all.
So thank you very much. We'll be posting the feedback link now. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much.
Dear participants, thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, we have posted a feedback form in the chat box. Kindly fill up the feedback form for the certificate. Thank you all.
అది రాజేష్ గారు లింక్ ఇచ్చేస్తారా కిడ్స్ అందులు గారు
Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir. Surya Prasad, sir. Please tell me, sir. Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir. Surya Prasad, sir. Please tell me, sir.
Look,